because I feel like it's a really good one. I'm surprised. I'm almost disappointed with myself that I've never talked with you guys about this topic before. I'm sure I have in some way, but I never actually addressed, like when people are saying, I have a money goal that I want to hit, and then actually addressed why you're not hitting that money goal and what's going on besides just like, oh, I feel like I'm doing a lot, or I feel like I'm taking a lot of courses. Like if you guys saw me on Friday, I was talking about that it's a lot more than just like taking the right marketing courses, getting the right person to do your SEO. It's so much more than that. And it's a lot more about what you believe subconsciously about being rich. And if you guys saw the video I had on Friday, our beliefs about being rich, our beliefs around money can come from anywhere. They can come from our parents. They can come from, I just want to put this on the screen right now. They can come from your parents. They can come from society. I know in the video I did on Friday, I was like, I watched these Hallmark movies, the Hallmark Christmas movies, the really cheesy, like corny movies. And always in them, always in the Christmas ones, there's ones about some type of rich person, either like the fiance is rich and he's a jerk, or the boss is rich and she's a jerk, or the girl works at some job and she makes a lot of money and she's miserable. So your money beliefs can come from Hallmark movies. They can come from anywhere, really. So they can come from maybe your family. Maybe you had a dad that worked a lot and he was never home, or he was always miserable. So maybe you associated making a lot of money. If your dad made a lot of money, making a lot of money means misery, or making a lot of money means I can't spend time with my family, which is a huge belief that a lot of women, I think almost every single one of my clients has had. If I work a lot, then I will be a bad wife, or I won't be able to spend time with my kids, which is a crazy belief, but we'll get into that. I also want to talk about the belief around, so if I work a lot, if I'm rich, I won't be able to spend time with my family. If I'm rich, I won't be a good wife. If I'm rich, I'll feel guilty. Oh, there's always guilt. Like money and guilt with women is like, it's like milk and cookies. Like they go hand in hand all the time. So there's always a lot of guilt with women around money. So maybe you have this belief that you will feel guilty if you make a lot of money because say your parents struggled, or say you have friends that are struggling. And if you make a lot of money, you'll feel guilty about that. A big one for me was, again, the one about if I work a lot, it means I am going to be a bad mom and a bad wife. That was a big one for me. That's a big one for a lot of my clients. Another one was if I become rich, or if I make a lot of money, I'm going to be miserable. I used to always think that too. If I make a lot of money, it's going to be really hard to make it again. If I make a lot of money, I won't be able to spend time with my family. I had another belief. What were my other beliefs around? I know I go through them all the time. I'm going through my beliefs all the time, and I just go through and kind of refresh and go through more and more and come up with different beliefs. So if you guys want to try right now to see what you're believing, here's a great question for you to uncover what you might be believing about being rich and what your money beliefs might be. So here's a question I want you to ask yourself. If I'm rich, hold on one second. I have a couple, and I'm trying to think of which one would be the best one. Okay, so let's start off with one simple one. If I become rich, I'm afraid, and then I'm going to get into one that's a little bit more complicated. It kind of throws people off a little bit when they're trying to answer it. If I become rich, I'm afraid, and then whatever comes after that. And you'll find some weird stuff comes up. And it's weird because our brains are only thinking in the positive about being rich and making more money. We're always thinking, well, there's always so many positives to it. But if there were only positives to it, then it would be really fucking simple for you to achieve your goals, right? Like it would just be really simple that if you wanted to make $5,000 this month, you would just go after it and that's it. But what happens along the way is we set this money goal, and then we're like, all right, cool. And then you can even break it down and say, this is what I need to sell. This is how much I need to sell. This is what I need to sell of this product. But what will happen in between setting that goal, making the plan, and then all the days that come after it are these subconscious actions that you're taking every single day. So let's say you set this action to make $5,000 this month, and then you know you need to sell certain amounts of things, right? And then what comes after that part, which screws everybody up, and this is where your money beliefs come in, is that you subconsciously do a lot of self-sabotaging things. So let's say you know you need to book like a wedding client. You know you need to go to that networking meeting, right? And then instead you say like, no, I don't need to go to that. Or it could be something like, I want to get another client, and you know you probably should be either being consistent on social media, or that you should be writing a blog post, or that you should be connecting with other vendors, and you're not doing that stuff. So that's how typically you know that you're giving into some bad money beliefs, is that you set these goals and there's things you know you should be doing. You probably have a lot of shoulds in there. I know I should be doing this. I know I should be consistent. I know I should, like, you just kind of have all the shoulds you should be doing, and you're not doing them. And you're like, why am I not doing them, right? So there's always that comes up. That's a self-sabotage action that will come up between, here's my goal, here's what I need to do, and then none of that shit happens that you know you should be doing. I should be consistent on social media. I should be doing Facebook Lives. I should be going to that networking event, right? And then there's all these other things that come in, and then come the end of the month, you have not made your goal. And the big thing is, because you have not uncovered what you actually believe about hitting that goal. You have not uncovered what it means for you and your family, not just the positives, what it means negatively, I don't know, what it means if you were to do it. You have a lot of like negative beliefs around money, and that's what's stopping you from hitting that money goal, right? Okay, so if I become rich, I'm afraid, and whatever comes after that. So then there's another one you can ask. I've asked this to a lot of my clients, so Christy will probably know this one. Let me just pull it up real quick. There's a couple other ones. Now, these are also great journaling prompts. So if you guys, like in the morning, before you do anything, before you get to your laptop, become really clear around what is going to stop you today. Like, how are you going to self-sabotage, and get really clear around it. So here is the other one. Okay. Not having the money or clients I want allows me to. Now, this one is going to be very strange, because you're thinking, Shannon, it doesn't allow me to do anything. It doesn't allow, like, how would being in a place of lack of money, of lack of clients, like, be a positive thing? But it must. There are a lot of positives actually to being in the place of lack, because if there weren't, guys, if it was just total negativity, you would have gotten really clear, like you would have hit your goals a long time ago, right? But instead, we feel like there's something that's like, now I know I should be doing this stuff, and then I'm not doing it. So there's something underneath that you are believing about having that certain number of clients or hitting that certain amount of money. So let's say for you guys, it's like a $10,000 month, right? So for me, it would be not having the money or clients I want allows us more freedom, right? It allows us to play small. It allows us to be comfortable. It allows us to watch TV. It allows us to, what else does it allow you to do? I mean, there's a lot of great things. It allows you to kind of slack off in your business. It allows you to use an excuse. It allows you to, there's tons of positives of not having the money or clients. There really is, because if there wasn't, we would have hit the goal already, right? But because there are positives to it, we just keep feeding into them again and again. So this is a great question to uncover what you are believing about money. Now, I want to tell you guys that I've been talking about money a lot, right? And I've been on this personal journey, if you guys have been following me. And talking about money in this way and talking about money is a huge step. So I just want to congratulate everyone that is taking this journey too also and trying to uncover what they believe about money, how they actually treat money. Because money is such a sensitive topic to everybody. Once you start, I mean, when I wrote that blog post that my husband and I want to become millionaires and this is how we're going to do it, there was a lot of support, which is awesome. And there was also a lot of people who did not like that. Believe me, I know. Maybe they didn't come out, maybe didn't, but I've heard from people that people did not like that I did that. But to me, that's a success because I want people to almost realize when they are triggered by money, when they are triggered by these questions, when they are triggered by seeing someone who's driving a nice car, by seeing someone who has nice things, by seeing someone who talks about money openly and then getting triggered by it, that makes me say, great. Maybe you can have an awakening here. Maybe you can actually become honest with yourself about how you feel about money, what you believe about money, how you treat money, right? Like, so to me, I'm glad that these conversations are triggering people. I'm glad they're making people uncomfortable. And I am glad that it's like kind of awakening a lot of people. It is not an easy topic to talk about at all because people get fucking pissed. But this is the thing that's the most beautiful part about it is that money is neither good nor bad. It's us that is putting this emotion and this energy into money and deciding what it is. But we also have the power to be able to decide what we want it to become. So if we want to like money, if we want to treat it better, if we want to do things better, then we can decide today, instead of being offended by how much this person has, instead of being angry at them, I'm going to take a second to say, oh shit, Shannon, maybe you do want a nice purse. Maybe you do want a nice car. Maybe you do want this lavish hotel room. Like maybe you do want that stuff and you're not doing the steps you need to do in order to get it. So you need to check yourself and you need to change something, right? So if this has ignited some stuff within you guys, if you guys get triggered by my money post, you probably wouldn't be in this group if you get triggered. You probably wouldn't get triggered. But if you are getting triggered by this stuff I'm posting, if you do get triggered when you are like going out and you see a girl with a nice purse and you see a guy with a nice car, you see a girl with a nice car, you see a guy with a nice suit, you see people staying at hotel rooms and you think, oh, well, God, oh, they must be so fancy. Then take a second to say, ooh, I am getting triggered by money right now, right? And take a step and get your shit together and let's fix this, all right? All right, so not having the money or clients I want allows me to, what other one? Ooh, this is a good one. To be rich, I have to do this. This is a good one. So what a lot of people come up with this one, these questions are like always really confusing to people at first. When I'm asking my clients these, when I did the Unfuck Your Money workshop, everyone was like a little like, what? Okay, so for most people, when they start answering this question, what first comes up is to be rich, I have to, most people say work hard, maybe watch less TV. But some people, when they answer this question, will come right out the bat with what they are believing about what being rich means. So you'll uncover another deep belief you have. So with a lot of women, I usually hear this one come up. In order to be rich, I have to spend less time with my family, spend less time with my husband. To be rich, I have to work all the time. To be rich, I have to hustle every single day. So there's like all these things you have to be doing in order to be rich that are, wait for it, negative, okay? So you're thinking in order to be rich, there are all these negative things that come along with being rich. So when you set that money goal for the month, you are believing deep within you, if I hit that money goal, I will spend less time with my family. I will spend less time with my daughter or my son. I will spend less time doing things I enjoy. So subconsciously, all of your actions will, of course, not lead you to that money goal you set, because it sounds like it sucks. Because it sounds like if you were to hit it, your life wouldn't be fun. So who would go after that money goal, right? Who would go after it? Because it doesn't sound like when you get there, it would, it would be fun. It would be like, you can't spend time with your family. You can't spend time with your daughter. You can't spend time with your son. You can't spend time with, doing things you love. So like, no, I wouldn't want to be rich either. If deep down I thought it would take away from all the things I'm kind of working towards, right? So get really clear. Let's think about that one. To be rich, I have to do this. And one still comes up. I'll share you guys. One still comes up for me is I have to work hard. Although I know that doesn't have to happen, especially in this beautiful age of the internet and automation and outsourcing and everything like that. I totally do get that. So I still have the one that comes up. I have to work hard to be rich. I have to, for me now it's kind of more of like, I have to journal every day. To be rich, I have to uncover what's holding myself back. To be rich, I have to, I have positive beliefs that come after this, because I have been doing months of affirmations and journaling and really doing it every single day. That's the only reason I have positive ones. So if you say this statement and there are negative ones that come after this, I want you to take every negative statement you have about that question and rewrite the positive belief it would be about that. Okay? Then I want you to take that positive belief and I want you to say it every single fucking day until you hear it start to come out whenever you're like casually talking or whenever I do another video about money and I ask you this question and you give me actually a positive belief back instead of a negative belief. Okay? So I'm going to write that here. To be rich, I have to do this. And then I want you to write the opposite of your negative belief as a mantra. This might be too big for this, so I'll probably have to copy and put it in the comments. But yes. Oops. Oh man. No, I just messed that up. Okay, let me rewrite again. To be rich, I have to, and take the negative, that's your everyday mantra. This one's a good one. All right, so I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to comment too. Okay. All right, good. So we have that. To be rich, I have to do this. Okay. All right, so what else? This is another one. So a lot of these will be uncovering the negative, like the negative beliefs you have around money, okay? All right. So another one would be, the only way I can have a lot of money is. The only way I can have a lot of money is if I do this or if I do that. This one, you might pull up some positive things, maybe a couple things about what you know you should be doing, about things that you probably should put into action today. So that would kind of be cool. And then maybe you might have some negative things though too. The only way I can have a lot of money is, so this one, a lot of people at first I hear say like, I have to take away from my family. I have to, work all the time. So basically it's always having a lot of negative associations with making money or becoming rich. And when you actually have those in your subconscious, like I said before, you'll have that goal that you want to hit. You'll have those things you want to book, and then you won't be actually going after them. You'll have a lot of shoulds. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. And then you're actually not doing anything. And then what you'll find out is it's like, I want to make this amount of money and I'm not making it. What's going on? And it's because, I'll say it again and again and again, no matter how many courses or classes or fancy ass things you think you need to be doing in this action kind of place, it won't work if you have crappy negative beliefs about money. I can't stress this enough. I don't care if you take the fanciest and the best Instagram course. I don't care if you hire whoever or whatever to do the best of the best. If you have negative beliefs around money and making a lot of money, you will always self-sabotage. Always. You could maybe even get a shit ton of money somehow. You make a shit ton of money because you're in this action kind of place. Great. Then you probably will fucking spend it all because you don't want it because you think money is a negative thing deep down, right? All right, guys. Good. Okay. The best one about the money thing is I watched, you know, you can always hear the thing about the lottery curse or something. So people who don't have a lot of money win the lottery. And because they have a lot of bad, like they have a lot of bad habits around money, or maybe they have bad beliefs around money, they just end up spending it till they're back down to zero. And it's like the same stuff over and over and over again. All right. Okay. So there's all your questions. I've given you tons of questions for you to uncover what is happening in here, because this is everything. I can't stress it enough. I can't stress it enough. This is everything. This is all of your thoughts and your habits and your beliefs control your actions. They control how you show up. They control how much you show up. And when they're shit and when they're negative and when they hate money, you do not either you don't show up at all, or when you do show up, it's in a negative way. All right? So get really clear on why you don't want to be rich. Get really clear on what you need to do and what you need to believe in order to be rich, which is by taking the negative version that you gave of yourself and turning it into a positive version, all right? And then just saying that over and over and over and over again until you believe it. All right, guys? All right. Have a good Monday. I'll be back tomorrow, I think, with 3 ways to book more clients, something like that. That will be a very exciting Facebook Live. All right, guys. Have a good Monday. Bye.